Hello. I'm Jessica Nicely Unkin. I'm with Legacy Nicely Trained Dog. And just a quick backstory for those who don't know me. Started training, my dad was a canine officer and then turned to just training canines. And I started doing obedience when I was 8. And then when I became a teenager, he let me start handling and learning to train police and detector dogs. And I did that, learned that through my teens. Um, and when I was in college, I took some, behavioral science classes because I was an animal science and biology major. So, and my dad wanted me to do it too. So, but anyways, my background is different than a lot of the trainers out there because I have seen both sides of training. I've seen, real world police dogs where lives are lives are at stake and mistakes can't happen. Um, and I've done pets. I did pets, to make extra cash. And I was thinking about, I'm in the middle of competition season, so I'm traveling all the time. And I was thinking about the R positives or the all positives. And not that I think that that's a bad way to go. Positive is always the easiest way to go with a dog. Um, it it is, but they talk about never wanting to traumatize the dog, and there are some times that you come across dogs that are very hard-headed, and they keep bolting out of a door, or they keep chasing after a car, or chasing after another dog, and they're putting not only their life in danger of possibly getting hit by a car, but the handler, the owner, they could be accidentally get hit or get hurt trying to chase the dog. And it reminded me of a story because I know, they always say, oh, no trauma to the dog, no trauma to the dog. It reminded me of a story back when I was training, and we had a officer come in to learn to use his bomb dog. And bomb dogs, when they first hit the scent, they stop. They don't go any further. Drug dogs go all the way to the source. And the handler had a habit of when that dog stopped, he would step around the dog. And my dad said, stop stepping around the dog. You're going to hit a tripwire and you're going to kill somebody. And, because if he did, he could blow up a whole building. And my dad had to figure out a way to make this guy realize that, this is a life or death situation. So he took a tripwire and he said he put it up against 30 rat trap, about 30 rat traps. And the guy, just like normal, dog responded, went around the dog, hit the tripwire, and it was so loud. It was like 30 gunshots going off at once. And that guy hit the ground. And when he came up, he was shaking. But never stepped around that dog again. And I'm sure when he went on his bomb threats, didn't stop around that dog. He learned his lesson. And not only did Dad, by doing that, save his life, yes, he had to traumatize the heck out of that guy. But by doing that, he not only saved the guy's life, the dog's life, but he could have saved several people's lives. Because if that guy hit a tripwire in real life and a building blew up, that would be on my dad for not fixing it. So my point is to the positives. Yes, we always want to go positive. It's always easier to go positive. But you might come across a dog that your normal stuff isn't working. And you might have to do something drastic for the safety of the dog, to keep him from bolting, to get the recall, to get the strong recall. So you might one day make your own metaphorical tripwire with wrap traps. And yes, you may have to, not so much traumatize, but, get that dog's attention to where he's like, I ain't doing that again. And, nobody ever goes in. Well, not nobody. You know, I don't ever go in going, oh, I'm gonna use this technique. No, I always go positive first. Very rarely do I ever have to do anything correct the dog. But, you know, from the police side, you know, we have lives at risk. And as dog trainers on the pet side, you have lives at risk too. And so I know some of you say you would never do that, but just kind of chew on this story about how my dad had to do that. He had to do that to save that guy's life. And, you know, keep it in your back pocket. Do with it what you will. Say whatever. She's crazy. But I thought you should have some information from the other side of, you know, sometimes we have to do something in order to protect the life of the dog. And, you know, never say never. But, you know, this isn't a commercial for compulsion. It's just something to think about. Before you say, I'll never do this. You got to think of the dog's life first before you think of your, I don't even know what to call it. But we got to think of the dog first. So have a good night. And I hope you have some food for thought. Talk to you later.